All right. Good God, that kickstand is so far. What up, everybody? Welcome back to a new video. As you can tell, I'm not on any of my bikes today. I'm on a 2020 Harley Davidson Lowrider S. And we're going to be reviewing this bike today. Grim was nice enough to let me take it out. This is really my first time on it. But yeah, let's get started with today's video. Oh, it definitely got some power to it. Woo! I believe Grim said this was a 1886 on the CC scale, so that is pretty crazy. It is a V-twin. I do not know a whole lot of stats on this bike. I really didn't have a lot of time to prep for this. It was spur of the moment, so I can't give you a lot of stats. I'm just going to tell you what I think about it. I do know this bike does have some aftermarket parts. These right here, Grim installed himself to protect his hands when he's on the freeway, on that open road. He does have a Two Brothers exhaust on here. It sounds so good. It's a lot quieter than mine, than my Indian, but it's just loud enough. He's got these crazy foot pegs on here. They look like bicycle pegs, man. So he installed these new pegs on here. I don't know if you can see it. It makes the shifter kind of high, so I think he has to pull the shifter down a little bit. I don't know if you can, but I have to like lift my foot up off the peg to shift, which is a little weird. It could just be because these are aftermarket pegs, so don't hold that against the bike. I do know that this is their answer to the Dyna. I know the Dyna was the bike before this. He's always telling me he's Sons of Anarchy on this. I've never seen the show, so I assume that this is the type of bikes that they ride. Right off the bat, man, this seat is super comfortable. It has a lip on it, so when you take off, you kind of suck into the seat. So with the power, you're not getting thrown back. It's really nice. The handlebars are nice and high up, so it is like an upright seating position. Very, very nice. I believe the pegs feel like mid-range controls, so that's a little getting used to. Like I said, mine are forward controls, so these are a nice in-between. He's got a gasket gauge on here, gear indicator. These mirrors are actually really nice. I can see, I don't even have to adjust these, man. Really, really nice for being stock. You can see me in them. That's always good. These pipes are like the perfect sound. It's not overwhelming, but it lets people know you're here. That is really nice. This thing has got some power to it. I'm not used to these, I guess this is like a Harley thing where you have your turn signals are on either side. I know that the signals are self-canceling, which is I'm actually really in love with, because I forget. I'm one of those guys that forget all the time to turn my damn blinker off. It feels a little sluggish in first gear, but after that it's all power. Okay, I lied. First gear is not sluggish. I just wasn't giving it enough oomph. Grim did tell me that this is the black. It's got a certain name. I forget what their black is called. I know, I think it's a silver is what the base price is. Like, I think it's $17.99 for the silver. I think the black like this starts off at $18.99. So, you know how it is when it comes to bikes and colors. The engine brake is really nice. The brakes are really good. Neutral is super easy to find. It is a wide stance to put your feet down, but you know, that's typical. You got a regular tachometer here, which is pretty nice. I just like, you know, old school. It's got that nice old school look to it. Yeah, and everything else here is digital. It's got a tiny little gas gauge in there. It's nice. I believe this is a 5-gallon tank. I like the levers because they're not long. Like mine are really long and these aren't. Woo! Yeah, this thing's got some. Man, you can feel the front come up. Holy shit. I can't go too crazy on this bike. He's not at his first oil change yet. With Harleys, they say it's 1,000 miles. So he's almost there, but not quite. I think it's really weird that when you bring in the clutch, the gear indicator goes away. Like I looked down to see what gear I was in with the clutch in and it disappeared. For being a stock seat, this is really nice. The sitting position is real nice. Your knees are like, you know, they're nice, they're bent, but they're not overdoing it. Neutral is easy to find. The gears are very clunky, so you know when it's going into gear and you know when you drop the gear. When you're downshifting it, you can feel it. I'm not a huge fan of having to look down like that to see my speedometer, but you know, it looks cool. Like it takes away a lot from here, but I do find that a little annoying. Like this really is a nice bike. The only I guess one of my gripes about it is the price, man. Like Harley's prices are crazy. Quite a bit of vibration in the handlebars, but you know, it's to be expected. It's a Harley. You want Harleys or machines that are like that. They shake and they rattle, and you know, it's what you pay for. Dude, I could really feel the exhaust on my legs. Holy shit. Oh shit. Something really bad happened. Oh man, it was like a T-bone. And you know what? Shockingly, this bike doesn't feel too heavy. Maybe I'm just getting used to cruisers, but it's really not that bad weight-wise. The seating position isn't bad. I can, with my feet down, my legs are still bent. Like I said, I'm 5'9", so that's not too bad. Let's get a sound check in here. Oh, ho, 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 ho. I mean, feel, look at this. This thing's just, whoo. So, you beginners now, I don't know. You give this throttle a little too much and you're in for a messed up day. This throttle response is pretty spot on, so if you guys are new riders, I'd be a little careful. It's not exactly forgiving. So I'm not saying it's not doable, I'm just saying be careful. I must say, man, this thing takes like road bumps and stuff really, really well. They did not shortchange any of that. Brakes are really nice. Engine braking's nice. I kind of had to brake hard right there, and it answered to the call. So I'm telling you, the throttle response on here is very nice. But I gotta say, man, this bike is fun. Fun and comfortable. Look at that, nimble. Yeah, this thing is nice. Look at that, for being a big bike, it turns really easy. Took that turn kind of wide. I must say, I am really impressed. I didn't actually get on this bike thinking that I was gonna enjoy it this much. Like I said, man, I'm not a huge Harley fan. Yeah, can you hear that? It's like clang, clang, clang. It definitely lets you know what damn gear you're in. These foot pegs have like these spikes on them, and they do not let your foot move off that peg, man. You are not slipping. So I gotta say, any of you guys that are into this Lowrider S, it's a hell of a machine, I'll tell you that much. Holy crap. I mean, you got comfort, you got speed, it's nimble. You know, what more can you ask for? The seating position is comfortable. You know, it's a pretty all-in-one package, pretty balanced. And this does have a key fob on it, which is something I had to get used to. You know, I have my key in my pocket, which is pretty crazy to me. You know, it has a lock here, it has a steering wheel lock that you do use a key for, or a handlebar lock, I'm sorry, that you can lock your bars with. Yeah, besides that, I mean, I think it even has its own alarm. Like if you get on it and tilt it, I think the lights flash if you don't have the key fob. It's a pretty cool feature. Well, as you can see, I'm back on my bike. I had to go drop Grimm's bike off before he got off of work. So thank you, Grimm, for letting me do that. That was a really fun video to make. But yeah, I'm gonna call today's video here. As for that bike, man, I really have no issues with it. It was nice and balanced all the way around. You know, exactly what you expect for a bike with that price range. That's the only gripe I have, is it's that price range. It's just a little too much for me, but you do get what you pay for, which is really nice. I mean, that bike was really, really fun to ride. But yeah, thank you guys for stopping by. As always, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace. I think Grimm said this one fills the tank. I don't remember. Oh, this is going to be interesting.